I went to school. I didn't go to residential school. I went to what they called Indian day school. And because of what I went through with the priests and the nuns, I didn't teach my children the language. And it wasn't until we were doing a youth sweat, and both my children were in the lodge, and my friend was doing the sweat, and I was in there. The drum was going around the lodge, and it stopped at my daughter, and it was my drum. And she said, "Sing us a song." And my daughter took the drum, and she just started drumming it slowly. And then suddenly, it just started getting louder and louder. And then I could hear my daughter. She says, "I don't know how. I don't know my songs. I don't know my language. I don't know my culture, and it's my mother's fault." And that's when I realized, wow, what did I do? And by this time, and it was all Aboriginal youth in the lodge, by this time they were all crying. And they were all, like, it was the same story. Every one of them didn't know their language. They didn't know their songs. They didn't know their culture. They grew up in the city. And their parents, not doing it to hurt them or to keep it away from them, but to protect them, didn't realize what they were really doing to these kids. And that's when I came to that, I think I came to that transition in my life where I had to work in the city. I had to work with the youth in the city, not in the communities, but in the city, because this is where it's needed. So for 10 years, I started looking and looking. Is there a place in Montreal, on the island, where we could possibly have a sweat lodge so we don't have this transportation issue anymore for all these people? Many people can't afford to take a taxi or can't even afford to take the bus off the island. So I started looking to see if there was a place on the island where I could have sweat lodges. The sweat lodge is a healing place. It's a place that you go to take care of you, to connect yourself with that spirit that you lost. And when you go in there, it's the safest place you can be. When you go in there, you're reconnecting with Mother Earth, you're reconnecting with your grandfathers, your grandmothers. You're reconnecting with all those spirits that surround you, that take care of you. They empty what needs to be emptied, and they re-energize what needs to be re-energized. Montreal has every Aboriginal nation you could possibly think of. And if I came to the youth with only Mohawk ceremonies, it's not theirs. So I went to all the different nations, the Ojibways, the Crees, the Algonquins, to try and learn little bits of each one of their ways. We've got so many, especially Native youth, who are coming from different reservations, who are coming to live in the city either for school or for work. And a lot of them are totally disconnected from who they are and what their people are. When they start coming to the lodge, or they come to healing circles, or they come to drumming circles, all of a sudden it's like they're reawakened. They come back to life and they remember. Even though maybe they haven't heard it since they were small children, all of a sudden they remember. They've been trying to kill our culture for 500 years. They haven't done it yet. It's never going to happen. We are a very resilient people. To kill who and what we are, that'll never happen.